No, it's not hate.
I do not hate Helldivers. It's kind of hard to hate it.
You hate Helldivers? Absolutely not.
No, I don't hate Helldivers. I think it's just been mishandled.
Do I hate Helldivers? I wouldn't say I hate Helldivers, honestly. It's...
No, I don't hate Helldivers. Sometimes I do get a little annoyed at how the devs treat their patches, but...
It's kind of hard to really tell. I haven't played it in a while, so no, not really.
Do you hate Helldivers? Well, that's... never have. I don't think I ever will. But I don't think a game like Helldivers is worth hating.
Oh, there's no way I hate this game. It's more like,
Allied destroyer has joined
Do I
squadron.
hate Helldivers? I wouldn't say I hate Helldivers, honestly.
It's kind of hard to really tell. I haven't played it in a while, so no, not really. It's a fun little game to blow off steam, but can't play it for a very long time. Sort of wears you out after 5 games.
It's a fun little game to just jump in for like 1 or 2 quick missions after work. And yeah, I mean, they're pretty nasty game-breaking bugs from time to time, but I mean, it's a game. If it's too frustrating, I just step away. And then since it's a live service game, the patches come pretty frequently, so usually whatever major game-breaking issues are fixed fairly quickly. So no, I would say I don't really hate Helldivers.
I do not hate Helldivers. It's kind of hard to hate it. Like the roller coaster, like the updates going up and down and whatnot. Compared to other experiences of like 4-player co-op games that I've played, like I've played Darktide, I've played Vermintide, I played the Aliens like Fire Team game. That was a weird one with like overall. It's one of the better ones, I'll be honest. But overall, my experience is great. So yeah, I don't hate the game. I have quips about it. I have like, you know, opinions, and but you know what any good gamer wouldn't have like opinions for the games they love, right?
No, it's not hate. I enjoy Helldivers as a game. I enjoy it as a franchise. I think the better way to put it is I'm pretty much done of not everything there is in the game. I've been playing the game for a very long time, since first week launch, so I've been there. And you know when the adverts say, you know, were you there? And all that, I was there. I was there for pretty much everything. So, do I hate it? No, I don't think anyone could play something for so long consistently and hate it. But am I tired of the current content? I think so. I think we're at a place where I'm waiting for new content most of the time, and I do jump in from time to time to keep my skills up, to join randoms, to play my friends, but...
Oh, there's no way I hate this game. It's more like, I think I like it as a form of a non-tryhardy way to just have a good time with my friends. And that's why I don't play a lot of it, and I only get on when there's like 2 other people in my friend group that wants to play. And that's like the only time that I hop on this game. If I were to say something bad about Helldivers, it's probably the amount of time it takes to like actually get stuff in this game.
I'm not actively playing to progress anymore. So I do like Helldivers, I've just seen it all. So it's in a state where I'm not fussed about anything that happens in the game, really.
Every time I see something new and cool, and I try to unlock them, by the time I'm done with it, there's already something new and cooler. And and I always kind of feel bad about this. That's about the only thing I don't like about this game. But game is cool, for the most part.
Do you hear Helldivers? Absolutely not. But I don't play the game like a daily job. I only usually play Helldivers when I'm playing with friends. You know, whenever they invite me, I will just hop on and play. I usually don't go joining pubs or playing it solo.
No, I don't hate Helldivers. I think it's just been mishandled. That's really all I have to say about that. It's grinding. That's it. I don't want to feel obligated to play the game. And it kind of feels like when people are in the mood, that's all they're in the mood for, you know?
No, I don't hate Helldivers. I think sometimes I do get a little annoyed at how the devs kind of treat their patches, but no, I don't hate Helldivers. Yeah, I played like way back when the game first opened up, and I still remember when, you know, the quote-unquote meta was Breaker Railgun, and you know, that was at the time, that was kind of like really what only kind of worked out, and of course they specifically targeted those weapons at the time. And you know, and as time goes on, people kind of knows that there's kind of things they kind of change without really letting us know. Some of it, like, they can't really foresee maybe they're bugs or whatnot, and then others is intentional. I think thinking about it, I don't like that there's inconsistencies with how they might handle certain things, and it always seems like it changes. But in terms of gameplay, generally I have a fun time. I'm sure some of it is because I tend to play with some of my buddies, and we always have a great time, but...
Do you hate Helldivers? Well, that's... never have. I don't think I ever will. I don't think I'm one of those guys who has a pretty... I don't necessarily have a hardcore relationship, but I've put in, you know, triple digits into the name, so obviously it must be... You know what? But I don't think a game like Helldivers is worth hating, even if something displeases you. I've never found that a constructive use of my energy. And so if, you know, I may fall out of love with Helldivers, maybe, in the future, but no, I would never hate it. I don't think it's worth hating. What do you think of the community, especially in respect to the person who lost their job and such? Okay, so this looks like something I may not be in the loop about.
What I think about the community, in respect to the people who lost their jobs and such, I don't understand who lost their job.
I'm not familiar with that one. Who lost their job?
With the person who lost their job, is this the guy who did that challenge to the developers and then he got doxxed?
I was very disappointed when I heard about that. That was pretty bad. I did hear about that roughly, if I remember correctly. It was the guy that proposed the challenge to the devs, right? You know, to challenge the devs to use underutilized weapons, and he was going to donate. If I understood correctly, he was also going to donate to charity. So, not really sure what up with that. Like, from what I heard, I thought they were the same person. Like, that was already bad enough, but considering that it was only the suggestion to play D10 and was going to donate $1,000 to charity, like, what?
Oh yeah, I heard briefly about that one.
Oh, that incident. Okay, yeah. No, actually, now that you've refreshed me on that, yeah, there was they laid out a whole challenge and everything, and they got doxxed. Oh, look,
It was pretty stupid, frankly, and that shouldn't have happened in the first place.
That's a community problem. That's the worst part of this community. They can get very defensive about the game. They can get very aggressive about the game.
The community definitely took a nosedive. I think even before then, but that was really a low point. You know, just to dox someone and make them lose their job over what was really supposed to kind of be a fun challenge, highlighting, you know, some issues with the game.
Like, yes, the person was challenging the devs to actually like play on a diff 10, but he was doing it not out of spite, but for concern for a game he loved.
Yeah, see, that kind of behaviour is disgusting. I think it's stupid that he lost his job because of something that was fun online that he was doing. It's ridiculous.
He's out there just trying to enjoy the game and make it better. So, I mean, that interaction kind of made me pull away from just, you know, keeping up with the community and all that. Because before then, I mean, I was pretty much just keeping up with anything that had happened. You know, I'd be on the Helldivers Reddit, just like scrolling through, you know, just looking at the things that people post, funny memes, haha. But I mean, nowadays I don't really look at it.
From what I've seen in the past 2 years, right, I generally, I think it's generally a good idea to stay away from the community outside of the game itself. The few times I played with other players in game, right, they are very nice. They are team players, very nice, and very competent. Outside the game itself, right, the Helldivers community, right, is arguably one of the worst communities out there.
Yeah, again, this is the sort of divide you get between a fan base who's turbo passionate about something and the actual player population, which is usually is a pretty big gap. Even like the most popular of franchises have the same thing. The people who are online and super loud about their opinions are usually not representing the greater sentiment of the player base.
For most people who just play the game and they never interact with the subreddit or the Discord or any other like Facebook or Twitter, I think they have a generally better opinion of the game, or at least their complaints are more minor and more grounded in the sort of, I think that this enemy is kind of bullshit, or I think this weapon is underpowered, I think it needs a buff, but not to the point of I think the developers can never make anything good ever again, or they are just out to get us all the time. They are reading too much into a lot of things.
It's just non-stop negativity, and you know, it's not to say that, you know, there's no basis for it. I mean, there's definitely some good points brought up, but it's like it feels like Arrowhead can't do anything without the community trying to like, it's like the community is just at their throats at all times for every little thing, even if it's like an honest mistake.
This is peak toxic gaming community at its finest, I think. Like, a lot of people who sort of blow things out of proportion in the name of constructive feedback, I think it's something that like a lot of communities with fan bases who are passionate enough will have to kind of reckon with. It sucks, you know. It just, I wouldn't say it's uniquely bad to video games, but it's up there. I think it is something that gaming as a whole has sort of veered towards because, you know, engagement, like people are all about engagement and feeling like they're correct.
They seem to be under mob mentality. It feels like they don't like to experiment with loadouts, because they seem to adhere to the opinions of YouTubers a lot. Like, I see people worship the termite, for example, the termite grenade. They worship, always bring it around, never use any other grenade. And then it feels like they never explore any other options, and therefore they don't have experience actually using those options. Especially when Helldivers is a game solely about tailoring, customizing your loadout to fit the situation. And it feels like way too many people are trying to chase the meta when they forget that this is a 4-player co-op game, right? And you have other teammates to rely. So you do not always have to go full solo Helldiver, super self-sufficient, thermite, eruptor, explosive crossbows, Quasar, or supply backpack even.
Are there like issues with some of the stratagems and weapons, like the balance? Yes, but like people in the online community, especially with discourse, are far too negative for their own good. Because like, yes, again, there are issues with the game, and there are issues with like Arrowhead making some decisions. but overall, like, it's not the end of the world. Like, so I think the community overall has to like actually take responsibility for actually doxing and getting that guy's job like lost. Like, for all I know, like he was just a decent guy who was like just looking to play the game, and somehow he got outed, which frankly again was pretty stupid. It was pretty dumb overall.
I think it just shows that there are some really messed up people out there that will go to any lengths just to mess with people. It's not necessarily because of the game. It's just there are some shitty people out in the world.
I think that there's a lot of people in the community who have lost the plot. There's a lot of people who have very valid criticisms about the game from a technical perspective, from a game service perspective. But at the same time, there's a lot of people who are making what I feel are very spurious complaints about difficulty, balancing decisions. Sometimes it really is a technical challenge. I'm not familiar with game development, but my understanding is this is not a modern game engine. It's got a lot of things clutched together. I'm willing to give more leeway to the developers on that front.
Yeah, since I'm not familiar with the drama surrounding this game, but I do know a bit about software engineering in general, but not specifically game development. And what I think is how they want to represent the game to the player base and the public is it has nothing to do with the actual people that do development. I mean, for the size of AAA studios, there's like thousands of people working on the same game. There's no way all of them are on the same page about how a game is going to turn out, right? There's always a group of people that have a better say in how it turns out. Balancing and stuff is mostly the job of one team of people. Product managers and people are the actual people that have a say in the balancing and stuff. And so what I'm trying to say is the community is probably mostly just venting, right? Because there is no way one game is best for everybody, right? That's just not gonna happen. So doing things out of spite is never a good choice.
You know, the community seems really tight-knit, though there is a side to it that's very toxic. So it's kind of like a catch-22. It's like one side it's fantastic, it's funny, it brings everyone together, and the other side it's, I don't know, sweaty, I guess you could say. Like they try too hard, they're too aggressive.
I was pretty in with the social media around the Halo fan base, and by God, Helldivers does not hold a candle to it in terms of the kind of things that they get up to. But I think it's a similar sentiment. People will play the way they want to play, and unless they go online and actively seek the voices on social media out about it, I think it's something that most people will kind of not know about. I would go out there and probably reckon that a lot of the Helldivers who Helldive, they're not aware of all this nonsense that goes on in social media.
I don't really pay attention to the wider community. I know that there's like two main portions of it, people that like will glaze the game and Arrowhead no matter what, and people who will dump on the game and hate on Arrowhead no matter what. I don't really interact with any community. I think they're inherently toxic, and I don't think this game is very different in that regard.
I still believe that Arrowhead doesn't deserve as much criticism on some parts, and I definitely do not think that the community should be so hostile to one another to the point of separating into different communities and getting on each other's nerves by saying things like glazed diver, hell whiner, etc. I think it's not healthy for the community to be attacking itself, really. We're all Helldivers. We're all here, we all enjoyed the game to a degree, I would assume, because you wouldn't be playing this game if you didn't like it. That's pretty much it.
what makes you continue to play Helldivers, or in this case, not? Let me think for a moment.
The memes, probably. It's got some really good updates. It's got a solid core gameplay. You can jump on, play it for half an hour, and then go do what you got to do for the rest of your day. Yeah, it's a good, quick punch-in, punch-out game.
I mean, I would say what makes me keep playing Helldivers is really just how easy it is to pick up and drop. Yeah, you could just go in and just like play through multiple D10 operations non-stop, but it's, as someone who is fully employed and just doesn't really have time for anything anymore, it's a really good casual game where you just drop in, shoot the shit with your friends, and then just get back to 30-40 minutes.
What makes you continue to play Helldivers? I think this speaks to the ability of Helldivers to cater to a bunch of different play styles or like sort of commitments. I think that's just the mark of a good service game in general. If you have a game that caters to different modes of play, you got like really short missions, like short form stuff that you can just jump in, hit, about 10 minutes, done. Or if you really want to commit, you've got other modes now that you can take up to the full half an hour to sort of get through. And so for me, I used to be, day in, day out for a while. And obviously, I diversified that. I'm more of a variety gamer, right? I don't sort of dedicate my time to one game forever. And Helldivers eventually stopped being that game.
I think what makes me want to play Helldivers, I still think it's a really good game to play with friends. Like whether it's just one buddy, two buddies, or a full party of 4 Helldivers, it's a fun game to play with your buddies. There's not many games that kind of offers the same experience as Helldivers, like with your buddies. It's a great time.
I think the reason that I continue playing Helldivers would be that my friends are still playing it, and I think Helldivers is not really the point for me, in a way. It's just an interesting enough way to help me spend some time with my friends.
The fact that like my closest friend and family not only play the game, but we also have a lot of fun. If I didn't enjoy playing the game, why would I continue playing it? That's basically like making yourself do a chore that you had the option not to do because you didn't like it.
Yeah, I'd say it's more of a game that I like to play with friends, because playing by yourself's okay, but playing with friends is way funnier.
Mostly my friends. It's a co-op game, so friends are a really big factor in what pushed me to keep playing Helldivers. Another thing is I'm actually do enjoy looking forward to what kind of weapons they introduce in new Warbones.
As long as Helldivers is a game that has, I guess if it offers new stuff for my friends to play with, I guess I'll still be playing it, but if it doesn't, then I'll probably stop playing. Yeah.
I don't think I'd play this game solo necessarily, though. I feel like it's because even, when you play something a lot, you kind of do get a small bit of burnout, so I try to take this game in paces so I can keep enjoying it.
Go.
But, I put in a couple of sessions over the last couple of weeks. I may not necessarily even, show up to the group session. I wish I could probably do that more often, but sometimes time schedules prevent that. But there's something really good about a game that lets you jump in and get a really satisfying 10-minute session, or I can spend a couple of hours if I really want to.
Admit it's 2 things that make me want to really continue playing Helldivers. One, it's the gameplay loop. The gameplay loop is pretty much my ideal game. I think it's a good mix of arcade style, jump in, start pulling the trigger, blow enemies up, blow buildings up, kill bugs, kill zombies, anything you want to do. It's just, if you have something like a military space, you could probably imagine the scenario here. And it's not super realistic. It's not like Arma or Squad or Hell Let Loose levels of stimulationism. At the same time, you can pull off insane shenanigans. Like you can just run through a horde with a shotgun if you were good enough. And it's a good mix of that fantasy and reality. I think it's a good blend.
I think I got the most excited when we invaded Cyberstan with fought cyborgs. Cyborgs that charge at you are actually weak to light pen. Even their box engines are weak to light pen and tactics. And they introduce a very different dynamic to the plot faction. And I really enjoy whenever something new like that happens.
I don't know. It's just every time I boot up the game, it feels like it runs worse, and they haven't focused on making the game actually, like, they haven't focused on developing the game part of the game. They've been focusing on, like, content for the game, if that makes sense. Like, where we're standing, Cyberstan is a great example.
Look at it, look at it.
It came out buggy as hell, and it was just, like, a drag. It wasn't exactly, like, fun to play here, and you felt obligated because of the MO. I don't know.
And to end off this like little interview, speaking to the other Helldivers out there, don't be too negative. You know, like, there's a lot of stuff happening right now. Things are going seemingly down stuff, but like, if you keep going on about the negatives, you'll see nothing but negative. So keep your head up, you know.
Please temper your expectations on the game itself. People are really excited for the game. People really want this game to excel, but please give realistic expectations in regards to the development game, because again, 200 people studio, they're not going to push out that much content compared to bigger studios. That's all I have to say. The game is still good, by the way.
I guess to anyone watching the videos, don't take it that seriously. It is a game. You're supposed to have fun, you know, coming from much more toxic games. If you're not having fun, just step away. No one's forcing you to play, you know, and everyone wants to play differently. So just have fun, and if you're not having fun, just go have fun with something else.
Raising your own blood pressure over things that probably isn't worth raising is maybe not the best way to live. I'd say obviously it's good to have a passion about this game. This game kind of rules, right? And you know, everyone wants to see it better. No one goes out of their way to make a bad video game. Well, yeah, most people don't go out of their way to make a bad video game. They don't intentionally do it, and when they stumble, they're not happy about it. They're probably just as upset about it as the players are, right? But yeah, I mean, hold on to that passion, but keep a level head at the same time.
Alright. With a live service game, no matter how perfect you are bound to make a misstep or two, or a couple. But they're trying their best. Please don't, you know, there's no reason, you're not going to get anything done by actively bashing on the devs. You know, it's one thing like giving some kind of criticism, and then going out there to like just kind of say, oh yeah, you're just ruining the game, you're making it shit.
I think I'd recommend people to just not overthink things. Just have fun with the game. Like, is it really that big of a deal? Yeah, it's probably, but it doesn't stop you from playing the game. Like, just play the game, god damn it. Yeah, thanks for having me. Yep, got you.
Like, despite people's toxic interactions amongst each other, I think a lot of the concerns people have regarding to development are valid.
I think, yeah, just don't go too deep into it, just have fun, play the game. Just don't get people fired.
You know, I could be sitting here in a year and I'd still say, you know, for the foreseeable future, I'm still going to be playing Helldivers 2. I still love the game. I'm just not super active anymore. I follow the events as they happen. I do my part. And that's all good. That's all you have to do.